Hey, I'm 5, and we're going to be looking at what I call a strafe boop. It can look something like this once you've got it down, but for learning we're going to be doing it in a different path that goes round and to the side. This tech is actually one of the most difficult ones, and when I was learning it I tried this 100 times recording myself, and I only managed it 21 times out of the 100 I was learning it for. It might take you a few tries to get it once for yourself, so don't be discouraged if you're not managing it straight away. If it helps, you might have already had this happen to you in a game without really noticing it. If you boop someone into a wall that makes them land early, you can get another boop with the same use of fireball without slowing down at all. This tech is all about giving the other player time to land after we boop them the first time by controlling the path of our fireball with strafe keys. On approach, I'm already holding W and D as I grapple into the target, and then once I've hit the target I release W briefly as I approach the wall before transitioning to a WA strafe into the target again. You might have a lot of moments like these where you're pulling off the strafe movement, but the boop just isn't happening for you, and part of that could be the angle at which you're initially booping the player. You want it to be as far away from your path as possible, but another big part of this tech is controlling your fireball speed to be just above 15 meters a second. We can't control the airtime of the player, so what we have to control is the distance we travel and the speed we travel the distance at. A longer path lets us pull off the tech with a faster speed, while a shorter path is going to need us to stay in that 15 meters a second zone. If you want to commit to learning this, I recommend screen recording yourself so that you can go back and check what you're doing wrong. It can feel like you're just slightly missing the hitbox for the boop, but that is actually really big, especially with Roadhog, which I'm recommending to start with. So try not to settle on that as the reason for why something didn't work. And if you are finding yourself progressing, try and shorten the path and force yourself to go at a slower speed, or swap Roadhog out for some thinner character like a healer. I know this looks like it's going to be really hard to pull off in a game, and it is, but it's a great way to practice your movement and really test whether you can control your boop directions and path of fireball.